If you're taking the LSAT in April or June, you're in the perfect position to apply at the beginning of the admissions cycle this fall. By studying now, you'll not only maximize your LSAT score, but you'll also make sure you're ready to submit your apps as early as possible, which gives you the best chance for getting in and also getting significant scholarship money. Today, I'll cover why taking the LSAT in April or June is the best strategy for getting ahead, how the recent LSAT changes, like the removal of logic games, make your prep more streamlined, a targeted study plan to help you ace the LSAT, and how to use the time after the LSAT to prepare a killer application. First, for those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally increased my own LSAT score from a 152 to a 175. Now, let's talk about why the April and June LSATs are great for anyone applying to law school next cycle. But first, what you've got to understand is that timing plays a huge role in law school admissions. Law schools operate on a rolling basis, meaning the earlier you apply, the earlier they're likely to review your application and accept you. When you apply early in the cycle, there are more seats available and more scholarship money is available, also giving you a major edge. And it's still pretty early. If you can study for the LSAT now, you've got several months to build a strong foundation, refine your skills, and reach your highest possible score. Because you're not cramming, you've got the time to study without any need to rush. And of course, if your test doesn't go as planned, you still have time to retake the LSAT in the summer or early fall while still applying early in the cycle. Now, of course, the LSAT has undergone some major changes over the past couple of years, most notably the removal of the logic games section. You've now got 2 scored logical reasoning sections and 1 scored reading comp section, along with, of course, 1 unscored extra section of either reasoning or reading comp. More on that later. But the benefit for you is that without logic games, you can focus a bit more on logical reasoning. It's now, of course, 2/3 of the LSAT, and any gains you make in your understanding of logical reasoning will be doubled across the 2 sections. Now, whether you're taking the LSAT in April, June, or both, I'm going to share with you a detailed plan to help you maximize your score. The first step, of course, is to establish your baseline. Take a full-length, timed practice test to see where you're at, determine what are your strengths and weaknesses in both logical reasoning and reading comp, and then focus on any high-yield question types where you might be struggling, like necessary assumption, inference, and flaw. Of course, you want to develop a deep understanding of structures, premises, and conclusions, and drill individual question types where you're struggling to build up your accuracy and your ability to spot and recognize the patterns. Of course, we don't want to neglect reading comp either, so you want to practice active reading by summarizing passages as you go and identifying the main point, the tone, and the structure. You're then transitioning into individual timed sections to work on your pacing and, of course, reviewing your mistakes thoroughly. Then you're pulling it all together with full-length timed practice tests at least once a week to simulate real-world test day conditions. You are reviewing each test thoroughly to better understand where you're losing points so that you can adjust your strategy accordingly. And of course, you're gradually improving your pacing and your endurance by mimicking the actual test format. Now, of course, once you actually take the LSAT in either April or June or both, then and only then do you switch gears to focus on your applications, because you'll have several months between taking one of those LSATs and actually applying to law school. And so why would you want to distract yourself studying for the LSAT and simultaneously working on your essays? The LSAT's the biggest factor anyway, so I say study for the LSAT, take it, lock in that score, and then switch gears, spend the summer on your application essays, personal statement, diversity or adversity statement, optional essays, addenda, your resume, pulling together letters of rec, and then applying when applications open in September. Now, as I said, taking the LSAT in April or June puts you in the best possible position to take full advantage of the admissions timeline while, of course, allowing opportunities for retakes. And so remember that if the LSAT doesn't go your way in April, you could take it in June. If it doesn't go your way in June, you could take it again later in the summer or early fall and still apply early in the cycle. Now, if you're not sure how to structure your prep or you need guidance, that's why I created LSAT Unplugged. We offer customized study plans tailored to your timeline and your target score. personalized one-on-one coaching to address your specific challenges in logical reasoning, reading comp, and overall strategy, giving you expert guidance to keep you accountable and ensure that you're making consistent progress. So if you're ready to take your LSAT prep to the next level and get that 170 plus score, you could check out the links below to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. And of course, remember that taking the LSAT in April or June, rather than a much later LSAT test date, is a smart move that positions you to succeed in the upcoming admissions cycle. If you've got the right prep, if you've got a clear plan, you can get a top LSAT score and also put together an outstanding application. Again, check out the links below to find out more and book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. And in the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.